Maybe they are the leader. Here lies Stephen's hopes and dreams. Oh, like we have the leader of the church. Problem is we have like 5 churches at this base and they don't do anything. This person's not moving. Why is this person not moving? Are you wounded? Is your neck broken? Razor Reteth. Okay, I'm gonna read Razor Reteth and then health. Do another read. You have a bruised spine for some reason, but nothing says you can't move. This is so unfair. What is going on? What are you trying to... Okay, I'm gonna do the movement sheet. See if this will like shake him up to move. I don't care about the Elven Caravan. I'm trying to see this dwarf. No, he's not moving. He is exactly where he thinks he wants to be. Let me take that back off. He's exactly where he thinks he wants to be. But he hasn't started. We didn't get a has started the masterpiece alert. What is your name again? NPC. Oh, wait, it does. Has begun. That's why he's not moving. So why isn't he at the location? Shouldn't he be at the location? Like, what the fuck is going on here? He has begun, but he's not where he's supposed to be. I don't understand this. Strange mood. Dwarf does not claim dwarf rot, but he still won't. Strange mood. Getting started late. No, no one's really mentioning that. I don't know. I think this guy's just gonna go crazy. I don't think I can fix him. Because once he's begun, if you interrupt him, he goes crazy, right? But he's not at the location. I killed the opera bot. This game has some amazing music. Yo. Not only is the music amazing, but the opera bot is one of the better places near the beginning to point out just how amazing it is. Because the lady, like, she's the one doing the singing and shit. The music hits the high bit, where it, like, the operatic version of dropping the bass, it hits the high bit right when the lasers shoot out of her dress. Like, if you have it say before the fight, listen to the music, and it's like, like right when the lasers come out, right when she does the big attack is like when the music comes out and everything. It's really good. I do really like it. It is fantastic. Giant Cardinals play the game. What did they do? Did they move them? No, I thought maybe they did. Cancel store item and barrel, interrupted by giant cardinals. Didn't we have hunters? So I'm having an issue, and this is what my issue is. One, that man is crazy and I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing, good sir? Running around babbling. Pablo Rasta, I think, is crazy. I don't think we'll be able to save him. The problem is, and it's not a problem, it's just like refinements that need to be made to the system. One, where's my book? I'm about to say this guy's due verbally and I wasn't going to write it down. One, there needs to be things to request furniture. Furniture request and placement. Two, I need to refine the room request. But most importantly, I need something. I need that, like, legit. I I need something to scroll along the top or bottom or whatever that lists required jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we have the job request system, but unless I'm constantly bringing up Dwarf Therapist and or pointing out things that need to be done or could be done, so on and so forth, nobody knows what jobs to go for or not. And since I'm putting off a lot of the job assignments as people will be wanting to request them, like how the one person was a bartender already. So because I try to not assign people in case people want to request what they are after the fact, so I don't want to bring them into a job, I end up in positions where I don't know what jobs are or are not even filled until possibly too late. Like we had the issue with the cook. We did not have a cook. Admittedly, I didn't have a kitchen at that time, but we didn't have a cook, and I didn't know we didn't have a cook. So I need to find some way to refine how I'm doing the job system. What might happen is I might dump the getting dwarf randomly system. Dwarf system rewrite. What I should be doing is from the beginning having people requesting what type of job they want from what is available. That would make sense to me. Jack Black? What is Jack Black? Why does it sound familiar? What is a Jack Black? Why does that sound familiar? Jack Black. Oh! Why did I not think that was his name? Well, thank you, I think. Still sounds beautiful. Would you be able to have a low quality room upgraded to a better quality room later? Or is this like, see, now that's also a good point. So I set it up to be upgradable. But the problem is it came up with a slightly modular design. So it's supposed to be low quality, medium quality, high quality, right? What I did is it's easiest to get a room to be high quality with 7s, and then 5s and then 3s. Like this one was designed as a low quality, but if this person upgraded it to a medium, I would just have to dig this out, right? But the real issue with the rooms is I need to have it assigned per dwarf or per viewer, not per dwarf, because now we have rooms that were requested that some of these aren't used anymore. Because the original requester, that dwarf, died. So now we have empty rooms that aren't being used. So I should change it to be what your dwarf has. You know what I'm saying? I need some way to track what you have been requested and or where your rooms are for when you die. Because as it stands now, if you ordered a medium room, I'm assuming you want me to do a room for your characters, whereas per chance of me having the space and the request, that room on the left is a medium room. So I guess be like, oh, I have a medium room here, have this room, which might be a thing, but it might also not be a thing that people want. I think these 3 rooms, just none of these are even claimed right now. Yeah, nobody in that. This one hasn't even been roomed. And that one's got ghost word. That one's got nobody in it anymore. That one's Eldritch. This one's Stephen Roberts' room. I don't even know if Stephen Robert knew he had a room. This room's owned by nobody. So yeah, when people die, the rooms end up unclaimed and useless. Hey, Bear Grylls. So here's what my thought is. I have normally what I would do is I would go to midnight. Under normal conditions, I would go to midnight. However, from earlier, we had the idea to do either Nier and or Metal Gear Rising or Vengeance. And I think more people lean towards Nier than Rising or Vengeance, which means we'll be going later than midnight, but I also need some time to switch it over, make sure everything's running, because I don't even think that's installed on this computer. So I might in Dwarf Fortress at 11, not midnight, use that ability to switch over into near and near automata with anything that I might need to go with it, and then continue from there, and maybe do that for a few hours. Actually, no, second thought, that might not even be doable. First of all, I have a Java update. Let's install that. It's not necessary for what we're doing, but okay. My second thought was, I don't think I have near on this computer at all. I don't know what I have on this computer because I've been doing everything on the streaming computer, but that's not the gaming computer for the stream. So I don't think I have either of them. And if it's near, I might need to run an update or a fixer. I might need to do fix automata resolution patch. This might be more work than I thought it was. This is what I get for not planning things out. This is what I get for trying to do things when it sounds good. My time zone is currently 10:09. I'm in Eastern. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do real quick because I don't know if I have to sign into it. I'm gonna click you to a be right back. I didn't know you still saw the game when I'm doing this. That's good to know. Don't. I don't know what I have to do for sign-ins or anything on the Steam, so bear with me. Just because I suspect even if I don't have it, I can get it to install in the background. Yeah, I didn't. That sound effect legit happened as soon as the near thing popped up. Right as it popped up, allocating disk space, Dwarf Fortress is like, ah, bad shit's happening. Of course it was. All right, I have that going in the background. Let's go back to live. We'll see how well this works. What just happened? Curse is 18 is oblivious, and Alapega is something around oblivious. So what made the noise? The Forgotten Beast is still killing all the frogs and fish. Maybe that was what made the noise. Right as near popped up, it was like, psh. Still allocating the space. Why is it taking so long to allocate this space? The kind of stuff can have in a low quality room. So see that? No, that was also a secondary thing that I did not specify. What it was a low quality room was just that I, like, cause I could go above, just that I had to do a room that counted as a room. Low quality meant I get your room. It's 3x3, it's a room. It has a minimum prerequisites for that room. So if it's a bedroom, it has the cabinet and it has a chest. But because I didn't do furniture separate, right now you could technically say I want a low quality room with this statue in it or something like that. And that statue may push the worth of the room up into medium quality, which technically may or may not be fair depending upon your outlook on it. The system could kind of be abused. Like large room being 2 isn't even like large room is 2. It's not that hard to request something for medium room that makes it be worth a large room. Because what those are referencing is quality. If it was medium, then the room in question, if it's a room that can belong to you, has to at least say decent, I think. And if it was large, it had to say like grand or something like that. Whereas low is just, here's your room. It meets the minimum prerequisites of a room. Razor Tarith? Why are you thirsty, good sir? Stop being thirsty. As a matter of fact, right now you're leaving the tavern. How can you complain at being dehydrated but not drink the booze? Are you like a booze freak? What are you doing? Because we already know that most of those rooms aren't rooms. what is this guy doing? He has no reason to be going in and out of all these rooms. The whole time it just says no job. What is he fucking pathfinding to? Whatever, this dude's bonkers. He's driving me crazy. The other downloads in the queue have, what the fuck else is in the download? No, stop loading up game PC, Jesus. What else is in the download queue? Did I tell you they could be in the download queue, Steam? Or did I tell you right now that I wanted you to do a game and that should be the game you're doing? All right. Arrest that NPC and false charges. Arrest him for the crime of being crazy. I'm gonna keep telling this one to process plants so I can try to get clothing going. Build, workshop, clothiers. I don't think I need to loom if I'm processing the plant. Let's see if we can start making clothes for people. I'm a dwarf and I want clothes. Really what it is I need to create a UI. I need to create, like, a lot of what I've just said can be fixed if I create a UI for the screen. Now I think about it. It's not gonna be able to be done in the next couple of weeks, but it's gonna be done. Create Dwarf Fortress UI asterisk question mark.
A dwarf with an idea is a very dangerous thing.
Oh good, another mood. What happened to the last dude's mood? Did he go crazy? Cancel strange mood, went insane. That's why he's walking around crazy. He's literally insane now. That wasn't even my fault. You had everything you needed. You literally grabbed it all already and then went and stared at the river until you went bonkers. That's not my fault. I shouldn't get blamed for that.
A dwarf has claimed a workshop.
How dare they not wish to be naked? Hello, Gorkeem. Could the room have a statue of a guinea pig in it? Not for fancy materials, cheap stone, something you have plenty of. Wait, what? What room? It said the room. I'm still working on, I was trying to work on the adamantine thing. We've been having issues with things. It's not been working. So no one's extracting the metal strands. Oh my God, I'm losing control of my entire computer. Does anyone have abilities with strand extraction? No. So you will do it for now. What do I call this? It's like a blue rock, see-through builder, blue shiny dwarf. Here we go. Now we have someone to extract the metal strands. Like an adamantine statue. I'm working on that still. Could the room, what is, okay.
Oh, the mandate's over.
That's what I'm saying. I need to split up the requests just to force out pronouns. I meant a room. Yes, but a room of what? Is it a bedroom, a throne, / office, I mean, or a dining room? Or do you want a generic room in the middle of the base dedicated to something? Is there naked mod? Is there naked mod exists in this game for real? Like I was memeing about it with my friend in past days but never actually searched. Has anyone ever tried find it? What? What do you mean naked mod? Oh, a bedroom.
The new
We're saving.
season is summer.
Sorry, what? What's this copy pass? Why make a naked mode and a dwarf can be naked after all the... Oh. My question answered. What? I don't even understand what the... I don't understand the question was. %, 19.4 megabytes a second. Oh, don't click the screen. I just want to take this opportunity though to point out that I purposely have to downgrade the quality of my stream. I think I have to force it to stream out at 720p and lower the data, because otherwise it does, like, they don't do it right on phones for some reason. Like, I'm not a full partner, so they don't automatically do the processing to make it work in 720. So sometimes if I did it in 1080 and or above and it only broadcasts in 1080, it wouldn't work on phones. So I would like to point out that at the same time I'm streaming to you at 720 on the same internet, I'm downloading at 20 megabytes a second near Automata. This does nothing. This does nothing in the long run. But I want to make it known that I try to ensure that I do the bestest of streams. Right now, that doesn't do anything. But if I ever make partner or something where I can get them to freaking allow you to click 720 whenever you want, we'll be good to go. All right, needs rope reed seeds. Curses 18 is stumbling around obliviously. Why is everyone so crazy? Why are you so crazy? All right, do we get the clothing? No, we don't have a clothes maker, do we? Thought we did like way earlier, but I guess not. You're right, we don't. This person, Dictator Bob. I know usually I'd be waiting for people to choose what jobs their guys do, but I'm needing things to get done. I'm needing things to get done, or else our base is just gonna be lost to nothing. It won't work. But at least he planted rope reed seeds. I was you suspended. Don't be suspended. Someone in Final Fantasy 14 tried to give me 300,000 gold after I complimented their hat. Take that shit. If they give you 300,000 gold, take the 300,000 gil. As for clarification purposes, I wanted to request a low-quality bedroom for my dwarf, and it was asking if the bed could have a statue of a guinea pig in it. Yes, it will not be called a guinea pig, though. It'll be called a cavey. But that can be done. As soon as it's not, you know, claimed, because that's the mason. Is he... Did he start? Is he good? No, he's not good at all. Bones. It's always bones with these idiots. What is happening to all the bones? I keep trying to give you guys bones. I think. Dingo tooth. All right, we'll just order another butchering to be done. Yeah, sure. Let's butcher the grizzly bear. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to butcher a grizzly bear. That's just crazy. I will, however, butcher a yak calf. I think I would get bones out of a yak calf. I didn't take it. I don't like getting handouts in games. It makes me lose interest. I feel like it wouldn't really been a handout. Would have been just a decent start. Like, I would have taken that and invested that in your crafting career. Plus 300,000 isn't that much. I'm trying to think, if you had chosen the ring of crafting at character creation, I think that ring sells for 250,000. Didn't take it. Okay, okay. It was so weird to me to start conversation with my bad English and making stupid jokes, no understanding. But hey, all I wanted to say is now hi all, I guess. Well, hello, Gorky. Small loan of 300,000. I don't know. I'm level 25. There's no ring of crafting at character creation. Yes, there is entirely. Is this pre-Realm Reborn? Nope, it's not pre-Realm Reborn. At the beginning of the game, if you sit there and listen to Alphino, I think it's Alphino who asked you this. Alphino goes, "Why did you come here? Did you come for your friends? Did you come for adventure, or did you come to make money?" If you say you came here to make money, what you're doing is you're choosing a level 1 starting ring. Yeah. What you're doing is you're choosing your level 1 starting ring. One gives you like strength, one gives you, I forget what the other one does. But if you say you're there to make money, he gives you a level 1 ring that gives you 1 CP. It gives you, it's like status, it's like a mana for crafters. 1 crafting point, which ultimately is so very much nothing. But because everyone starts the game going in to do combat, later on they want to switch over and start trying to do crafting. So you can't get another ring for crafting until you're level 10 or level 15. It's the only way you can get that ring is if you start with it. Gorky follow, thank you so much for following. So if you choose you want to make money at the beginning, you get the ring of crafting, and as long as you haven't worn it, you can sell it on the market, and it usually goes for a couple 100,000 gil. I haven't crafted anything. What's this crafting you speak of? That's fine and dandy, don't get me wrong. But my point is, you can literally just start the game with that amount of money. You can basically just start the game with that amount of money. You want to know why the market isn't flooded with them? Because if you skip the cutscene, it gives you a ring at random. So if you want to grind that ring to sell many of them, you have to keep watching the cutscene and listen to Alphino. That's literally how annoying Alphino is. The market is not flooded with a really expensive ring because every time you want 1 ring, you have to listen to Alphino talk. The game has literally said, we will give you hundreds of thousands of gil if you would just please listen to Alphino, and no one will do it. The Chinese bots won't do it. If that just doesn't sum up how annoying Alphino is, even the Chinese bots won't touch that character. He annoys the shit out of everyone. He's a horrible character. But if you're willing to put up with him and start a new character, a second character, to get to the point where you choose you want money, to transfer the ring to yourself, so you can then use your main account to sell the ring, you can get a couple 100,000 gil. Yeah. It's the funniest thing. There is a bunch of shit, like there are a bunch of weird little tricks to make easy money in Final Fantasy XIV. It's just all a matter of what are you willing to do / what do you have patience for? And one of the easiest ways to start with the most money is, are you patient enough to listen to Alphino? And the world said no. Okay, I got to go. It's 5:30 a.m. See you, and I'll try to be less awkward next time. Oh, no problem, Gorkeem. Just to let you know, Gorkeem, normally I stream 4 p.m. to midnight my time. It is currently 10:30 my time, so translate that as you will. On Saturdays, Dwarf Fortress. However, how are you? Oh, he just began. Okay, good. However, after the next couple of weeks, I will be streaming and uploading videos to YouTube more often as the school semester will be over finally. So you can look forward to that, me possibly being at a more reasonable time. And or worse, because my earlier would be your earlier, which would be more like midnight. I don't know if that's reasonable to you, then it'd be a more reasonable time. Mike level 25, wherever this fucking elf twin's wearing the same outfit. Fucking losers, get your own haircut, Jesus. Here's the thing though, Alphino only gets worse. The sister is a good character. I have shown this on stream. I have done a live experiment and the sister proved live that her stories and her shit is good. She's a good character. Alphino is the worst. I think on stream, how many of you guys were here for that? I think on stream we wasted 3.5 to 4 hours following Alphino. Uru's rune raided. Defend yourselves. Get you.
I finished the artifact.
You made a granite armor stand, Uru's rune.
I'll name you after my mother.
Right as you raid, we got an artifact. Hello, everyone. Cthulhu monster. Yes, the sister had Cthulhu monster, and Alphino just made us waste our time. Alphino is the worst. Welcome, everyone. We have just made an artifact, so if you wish, we have made a granite armor stand. Give me a quick second. Steven, can you do me a favor and shout out Uruz Rune, please? We have made Enter Bewitch the Lonesome Works, a 79,200 dwarf bucks artifact. This is a granite armor stand. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with point-cut crystal opals and single-cut wax opals, and decorated with yak bone. The object is adorned with hanging rings of pigtail and menaces with spikes of yak bone, gold opal, and crystal opal. On the item is an image of a round brilliant cut in granite. Round brilliant cut gem in granite. That makes sense, I think. Yeah, we've been accidentally losing all of our adamantine to artifacts. Luckily, that time we didn't appear to lose any, I don't think. Uruz Rune was recently doing Dwarf Fortress. Oh, how did your base go? Tell us of your base, and I will tell you of ours. Also, for anyone who came in the raiding group, if you wish to be dwarfed and have one of them named after you, just type in !dwarf, DWARF, or !dwarf, DORF. Depends on how dwarfy you are. It'll roll a random number generator, and I can name one of the dwarves after you. Why do we have another ghost? We have two ghosts. Thank you for your Intellivision. Thank you so much for following Intellivision.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Give me a sec real quick so I stop dying. Yes, engrave 2 of those. We had a fort 9+ years at the end of the Tantrums file, and I didn't want to manage it, so we tried a terrifying embark twice. It was over in about 5 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah, the game always inevitably gets to some point where you just have to ask yourself, like, do I want this fort anymore? Those terrifying embarks can be brutal. What was doing you in on your terrifying embark? Has nickname. You rolled 12 exactly. Dragon PC 75. And we're gonna have to give it a little bit Dragon PC to get through the secondary screen so I can tell you what your description is. So we started a new embark in a very sandy area, but I started losing focus, so we called it Red Ash and turned everything into undead monsters. I think one time, well, I say one time, what had done us in was we had half the map. We were in the southeastern corner on this giant river. In the northwestern corner, it kept raining elven blood. And out of this elven blood raining desert, make sense of that what you will, we kept getting attacked by undead camels. Like, it was just dromedary hell. They kept destroying us. It was awful. It was great. The person, awesome, thanks. Dragon PC. Dragon PC 75. Dragon PC 75. First of all, you have one daughter. Oh, you have, okay. So you have a daughter that we don't understand at all. Congratulations. You can really squirt them out. Your daughter randomly declared themselves a sacred number. Instead of like, oh, I'm a hunter or I'm a miner. They randomly declared themselves as a sacred number. And we don't know what that means. So your daughter, sacred number. I'm thinking the number is 4. You have a lover on the map who is a hunter who is currently unnamed, and you believe in Melbil, who most often takes the form of a female dwarf and associated with wisdom and scholarship. I believe the sacred number, we did determine sacred number belonged to some weird cult of the religion that belonged to Melbil. So your daughter has started a weird cult to your god. You have a really long list of friends. You're basically friends with everybody. That's 3 pages long of friends. Not even friends, kindred spirits. Are you a kindred spirit with me? Dragon PC 75 is incredibly tough, but is very quick to tire. Dragon PC75 likes Realgar. 10, Melanite, linen paper, the color maroon. Gauntlets, earrings, turkeys for their snood. Night monsters for their macabre ways, and the sight of the fuchsia tress. When possible, he prefers to consume mango wine, and he absolutely detests toads. He has a great sense of empathy and natural inclination towards language and the ability to focus, but he has a shortage of patience and poor spatial sense. How do you have the ability to focus but a shortage of patience? I'm looking at you, but not for too long. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Though to be fair, I think popping out a daughter who immediately becomes the head of a cult is probably masterful creations. Stop being a kindred spirit. They were Bactrian. Sorry. False. They were Bactrian camels. Nice, just like in real life. Sounds like a religious title. Also, hello, I came with a raid. Hello, Stone, aka MLH. My little hunter? Major League Hairdresser. I don't know what MLH is. Unless it's all supposed to be one thing and it's a comly. Comly? I don't know what that is. Man, that linen paper just so... linen. I'm sorry, mango wine? Mango's one of my best mead flavors. Well, there you go. Proof that mango wine is the wine of choice. And none shall question it. For those of you who are new, this is our base. We are slowly building a tower in the northeast quadrant. We're bringing it down, we're bringing it up. The top is an open air temple to bees. It's a statue garden to bees and plants, if I remember correctly. Birds, not bees. That old time where you have to have the birds and bees. We've been cramming in rooms. We've been slowly moving things over, like the kitchen, the tavern, so on and so forth. We're moving things over. When it is not frozen over, if I can get this to work again, when it is not frozen over, unfortunately, we are at a, what's it called? Not temperamental. We're at a location where the water freezes for like a month and a half out of the year. And for some reason, one row of ice glitches out and doesn't thaw. So the river that we built onto, we used to fill a large reservoir that we use to provide water for the well in the hospital, as well as to allow us to flood and kill anyone in the hospital should the need arise, using all the fancy Dwarf Fortress pressure mechanics. When it is done doing that, it overflows the intake for that to flow over on a waterfall, which we have done in a controlled manner, let loose into the base to create a waterfall generator at one of our temples. And when it goes through that, we have it flow through a requested room by T'Chulu, which is the Uwu room, where the water slowly fills up to full the Uwu room before leaking out of the right eye into the large reservoir that does the base. And I've just remembered I never put the floodgate down. Shit. Floodgate. Let's put the artifact floodgate down just so nothing ever destroys it. Once it is down and around our tower, it has a non-pressured ability to escape and go out the normal riverway. And because pressure will not transfer through it, the water around the tower will be allowed to build up. We have a secondary relief valve to not allow the water to get as high as the Uwu room and therefore into the base. Sometimes the water splits and splashes. It's slightly annoying, but it goes away. Oh, and I also forgot about our base. Hold on. It's a good thing I saw that, man, because we were going to have an issue. I'm going to do this with obsidian blocks for now. I know we wanted that out of granite, but I want to make sure we don't flood out the tower. We have the higher relief valve, but neither. Not related to any of that, though. The idea is that at a low enough level, we have a ramp where it will lead to a bridge, an enclosed bridge, for someone to enter the tower. That's going to be the main entrance. And then if the need should arise, we can connect the right side to the left side, where the water pressure around the enclosed bridge will transfer to the area where the bridge is not enclosed and wash people off the bridge and knock them down into our tunnel. The tunnel leads to an ant nest hill area that I admittedly completely forgot about until just now. Probably should have been working on that during today's stream. where the idea is that any invaders get stuck on this enclosed anthill, kind of like the scene from the movie Ants, and then our dwarves can just assault them with range and just kill them while they are unwilling to swim across water. Because if you fill a room with water, enemies are likely to swim across it. If you just kind of surround them with water, they don't necessarily want to swim through it, particularly if the water they can swim to is 7 out of 7 in depth and you've flooded out the tunnel completely. So I'm hoping to use that AI to our advantage to trap the enemy on the hill while we engage them at range with our marks dwarves. And I 100% completely forgot about that until just now. We were... I can't believe I forgot about that. Whoops. At the bottom of the map, we've also been working on harvesting adamantine, and that kind of distracted us for a bit. MLH is my initials. Ah, okay. Mike Legal Horatio. That's what I'm gonna say your name is. Michael Legal Horatio. The one and only Legal Horatio. Objection. Mango wine is objectively worse than dragon fruit wine. Dragon fruit's good stuff, and what just happened? Nah. Did we ever get the bone for that guy? I think we did. Dragon fruit's good stuff, and I want to try, but also has too subtle flavor to compete with literal fermented honey. What do you think of invaders eventually being able to mess with the surface if they are not able to penetrate your defenses? Not much. I think if you recall from some of my other bases, if I wanted to, I could really turtle. So if they can get through some of your defenses, all that means is that players are going to, on average, turtle more. It'll always be more capable to defend yourselves than them attacking. By the way, because they get accused of turtling a bit too much, I purposely just have open doors into the base. So we're working on a defense system, but until then, I'm not locking myself out from the outside world. If something were to attack us up here, they could invade and very well end us. But I've had way too many bases die to frames per second or attention death, so as opposed to invasion, so I'm not allowed to turtle anymore. Yeah, I know. I know the water can get in diagonally, but I couldn't build that wall yet. Because they'll only build if they can stand orthogonally to it. But thank you for reminding me of that. There is a good chance I would have forgotten. And or didn't think to check until a little too late. Because we're already... Yeah, we're already getting to the point where we have like 1Z level to go. But yeah, the idea for this, like I said, this is going to be smooth and a fortification carved into it so that we can shoot at it with arrows. Or not arrows, bolts. If any of you have any questions, by the way, about my base, your base, mechanics of the game, feel free to ask. One, the purpose of my streams is to educate people, and or maybe I do the experimentation for you. And two, if it's a repeated enough question, I'll upload it on my College of Dwarfology on YouTube, where I talk about just that one topic in detail on some of the videos. So one of them does water pressure, one of them does the lighting system and farming, one of them does how to sustain a base of up to 150 dwarves using only 6. I forget some of the other ones. I have one that does minecarts, how to use them, some of their benefits, some of their drawbacks, how to abuse the minecarts pathfinding system, so on and so forth. I didn't know that chat was wrong. We are not starting a second channel to hold the archives. We have a second channel to hold the archives. That is over at RNG Archive. I didn't know that script was still out of date. Good to know. And also I have a Discord where if something is going to be happening with streams and whatnot is where I tend to post my updates. I have a Twitter as well, but I keep forgetting about Twitter. I forget about Twitter half the time. I remember Twitter more for YouTube videos than I do about streaming updates. But that being said, how are all of you doing? Are you handling the coronavirus well? And do you have any questions about Dwarf Fortress? and/or other games. Coming up here soon in about 24 or so minutes, we will be ending Dwarf Fortress, not the stream. I have been made aware that I have little over or little under 2 weeks.
Leaves of green.
The leaves of green. I've been made aware that I have a little over or a little under 2 weeks before Wonderful 101 is released on Steam. And I had the idea of streaming Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and Nier Automata before the game released. But I didn't know I had so little time because I've been focusing on school. So after this, everyone voted on Nier. So in about 20 or so minutes, I will save it, bring down the game, and load up Nier. Dear Abby, longtime player, what the fuck are writing materials? I have a dope ass library and codex and rollers and sheets and scholar and scribe. What gives? Thanks, Abby. It's ink. Old Aprobot. You're talking about like, oh, I can't touch the game right now, but you're talking about like ink, right? Like, so writing right now is complicated and fucking goofy. Dragon PC, thank you so much for becoming a strategist.
Thank you so much.
I'm so oddly pleased that I got that to work. I have streams where I make those alerts and shit to myself. That one was a bit of a pain, just getting the jumping sound to work right. But the writing system is goofy. I just always end up trying to trade. I really do. You have to, even if you get the book, you have to do something separate entirely for the ink. I think that's what it's talking about. You have to make like goofy little vials. Or am I thinking of Masterwork Mod's version of it? Hold on. Right? If I were to do clear glass. You do like a little vial or something, right? You actually might have me stumped with that one. I might be thinking of Masterwork. Am I thinking of Masterwork Mod again? You have to do an entirely separate step. You can have all the books and the goobers won't do it. You need a library with a dude in there as a scribe, with it ordered that you want multiple copies, with the books, but the books have to already be bound. Like you need the codexes and they need to be made to get, or you need all the sheets made into a codex. And I think you still need to provide ink separately for them to do the thing. I think that is Masterworks. Is that what I'm thinking of, Masterworks? Clear glass vial is there. I saw a vial. You're right. There is a vial here. So yeah, I think that's what you need to do. Like, it's fucking weird. I don't know why it's so complicated. Glass industry, gem stockpile, glass and magma. I was gonna try to see if I can find it real quick. The exact thing, where you get ink from. I think you get ink from a plant too. You're thinking of friendship as magma? How does the skill system work, or traits rather? If you have a dwarf that tires easily, sort of maybe work on their stamina to change that descriptor. Yes and no. So there was 2 questions in there. One I can easily answer, and that is the stamina system. Yes, we've done that a bit before on stream, where if you go up under attributes, you can read them. And in particular, we want Stephen Robert. Did we get you up? Was toughness agility or was it endurance? I think it was endurance, wasn't it? So we worked up Stephen Robert 4 from like garbage endurance. The way endurance was built was because he was chasing. We had him in the military, if this is even the right one. We had him in the military and he was chasing around the enemy. As he chased them around, his endurance built very, very slowly. There used to be a much easier way to do it in terms of strength and endurance with screw pumps, but that got nerfed and taken out of the game. But a few of the physical attributes can be improved if the dwarf is doing something that improves that attribute. I think if they carry stone around, they can improve strength, for instance. But that being said, though, their natural ability for it does hinder or encourage them to do different tiers of it. You'll notice Patrolski here says 913 out of 1970. Because of where they start, they have a theoretical maximum they can go to. So there's some things you cannot change that you would not be able to improve beyond it. But of the range they are given, you can go up or down, and I think mostly just up right now in that range. As for skill systems, the skill system is just purely off of that individual skill. Do they do it? There is two parts to it. One, I think they get more skill off of doing it if they like it, like if they have a natural affinity for the skill. And then it's just the more they do it, they build experience points up to a theoretical but not technical maximum of 20. You only need 15 for them to become legendary at a skill. If they become legendary at a skill, their names blink. So all these people with blinking names, they're legendary at something. I don't know what it is, but they're legendary at something. That means 15. But the highest the highest skill that has a difference in what you're doing is 20, which is called legendary plus 5. But the game still just lets them level up afterwards anyways, so you can have people like level 36, level 40. I don't think it'll do anything different past that point, but it is there if you want to know just how good this man is. He is so much more beyond the god of a legendary plus 5 skill. Most skills just determine time unless it's a crafting skill, in which case this skill determines the likelihood of them having higher quality material. So if you want more masterpieces, they need to have a higher skill, but you don't do anything special for that. If you want them to be better bone carver, you just make them carve more bones. That's it. Same with mining. You want them to level up mining? They have to do mining. You want them to be a better stone engraver? Have them smooth stone first. Stone engraving does, the stone engraving skill does stone engraving and stone smoothing. So if you smooth all the stone in your base and then start engraving, even your first engravings will start as a higher quality. Don't do it room by room. When you're at the beginning, have them smooth everything and then have them engrave room by room. And start with the rooms you don't care about most, so you can blow weak engravings on that. Says, you got me up. I was super low on endurance. I think that was a previous fort. Never mind. Dear Abby, my sex life with my partner has been lackluster lately. Any suggestions? Well, lock yourself in a room with them and wait for your beard and their beard to grow long enough that your beards are able to touch. And then when you get angry, your beard spores will shoot out, mix with their beard spores. Before the next thing you know, you got a baby. And if you're really religious, the baby might become the head of a weird cult. Thanks for calling. Chulu, did you recently ask who are my friends, or did I just not do that earlier? Holy shit, it worked. Would be horrible in the military. Well, Snow, here's what I'm saying, though. Here's the problem with that. That's not true. Stephen Robert had shitty endurance. The problem is what it says for quick to tire or those words is they tell you the number you are at right now. It doesn't tell you what the skill necessarily would be. So if for some reason you might have two different dwarves with the same range, but one that's lower in that range because of other physical attributes. So it could be worked up. But yes, by itself, having someone with low endurance in the military is not going to help you because you need him to fight more. But if you have him fight weird little weak creatures all the time and he's running around, he will build up his endurance and it won't be such a problem. They also build up their endurance and agility and skills like that during the, during the training phase. That's mostly what the training is for anyways, besides regular skill increases. I think I built two slabs to the same dude. Oh no, these are statues, not slabs. What am I doing? I was like, why do I see things of the same guy? Let's see if this gets rid of our ghosts once and for all. Tired of these damn guys. I asked a while ago because I found out I had a lover, but I answered it, right? Like I did yours to Chulu? That's what I'm saying. Like, did I answer it earlier? Or is it, or not? Because what was it? I think I cleared it out. Shit. See, I got confused. Who are my friends? To Chulu. Your lover is Ghostword and your deity is Melble. And then everyone else. Most of them takes the form of female dwarf associated with wisdom and scholarship. You have like 3 pages of friends to Chulu. It's basically everybody, even Dragoman. Dragoman, newly dwarfed dwarves are your friends. Hectic Hermit, Dragon PC 75 is a kindred spirit of T'Chulu. T'Chulu is a friend of all. There's only a few people who aren't your friends. That's Sirlak, Petrolsky, Gopher, Stephen Robert Ford, Pablo Rasta, Sirlak twice, and Grogrin. Sirlak's old and new Sirlak. They weren't your friends. You didn't like them. Real question. 3 training sessions a year is a lot of micromanagement and time spent hauling. Any tips for speeding that process up? Trading is so fucking tedious. Yes, Pablo Rasta. 1, just create a quantum stockpile, buy it. So buy my market. I create a finished goods stockpile. Stop it. I create a finished goods stockpile that only allows in the common tradable gears, figurines down to totems. That's all it does. I use a minecart that doesn't move to quantum stockpile it into 1 square. And then when the time comes, you just mark all of that square for trading. That's it. That way, while you do still lose them to walking around, they go left, right, 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 so on and so forth. Once it's in the trading depot, you're good. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing Lazy Noob Pack, you can hit Q on it and do capital T for auto trade. In which case, as soon as a caravan shows up, the game will automatically mark every item in that stockpile for trade. No input on your part. You still need to wait for them to carry it, but as it's right by the market, you're good to go. Grogran's having, why is everyone having fey moods? Holy shit. Yay, T'Chulu, my kindred. We will never forget about the Yak daughter, because that was an amazing story. That was an amazing story. I think that was a glitch because it was like the first version after that had happened. Now, he wanted, okay. What did he just claim? A jeweler's? Good. The other guy got out of the way, and I never got around to making a statue. Good bedroom with a statue of a guinea pig in it. Right, statue. You requested new obsidian. A guinea pig. Details, image. New image, creature. Like I said, guinea pigs are cavies. We will do 1 KV. The feed of pigs. That is a completely appropriate statue that no one would question as being weird. And he's begun his construction, so we don't have to worry. Now, you said you wanted a bedroom. I suspect I have an unclaimed bedroom. So I'm just going to try to get you an unclaimed bedroom and then cram that statue in it. So this will go to Dragon. Dragon PC or Dragon Min? Dragon Min. This will go to Dragon Min. And then I will get, oh, Dragon Min, you're married to the miner. And then I will get that statue installed. So I'm going to mark that as complete now. So the medium quality room of adamantine statue of the adamantine table artifact, and I've been trying to get that into metal. That's what's causing the delays. Now I think wrong. The ghostly merchant is battering Dragoman. Great, the ghost is trying to kill Dragoman. Can someone please build those slabs, please? Before Dragoman gets battered to death by a ghost. Who's bringing the slab? The press scene go to stocks. What are the difference for FDM? Thanks for cleaning it. Yeah, no problem, Pablo Rasta. So when you say Z and then go to stocks, as you're saying, your questioning is, what are the different colors? What do you mean, what are the different colors? I don't understand the question. I mean, like, just, oh, why are some Fs and things different colors? Ah, okay. If it's yellow, I'm guessing that's what you're saying. You'll notice that if it's yellow, I have 1 silver bolt. Those Fs are different colors. Yep, that's exactly what you're saying. So what it is some of them are forbidden. If it's forbidden, it's yellow. But when it groups them together, it can't show them all as yellow, so it's brown. Like, yellow is what comes through when they are forbidden. So if it's brown, some of them are forbidden. So see, when I got rid of it and I put it back, it was yellow. If I get rid of it and forbid these bronze bolts, it's brown. That's really what it is. Just different shades is just how many of that particular item is in fact that statement. So if I got rid of that, went back to bronze bolts, and I'm gonna say F, do an M, and do a D. So D is pink, forbid is yellow, and bronze and melt is M. But when I go back, they're all dark. It's not really dark. It's not difference in colors so much as it is a difference in brightness. That brown is actually just dark yellow. So I do get rid of F, put it back, it's bright. Get rid of D, put it back, it's bright. But of course I got rid of melt. You can't be melting them all. These are opposite of each other, so you can't apply them both at the same time. But because you are doing it to separate ones individually, if it is dark, you could have all three together at once. That's really all it is to it. It's just the game's way of trying to show you how many things are one thing. Wait, wasn't Dragonman's friends with a ghost? Is it the same one or a different ghost? I don't know. Who's killing you? Dragoman is resting. And it did say ghost earlier, but now they're not friends. Maybe it is the same ghost because they're not friends anymore. Dragoman's like, they pick on me. Where do we put the ghost down? Oh, we don't know anymore. The ghost got put down because we got rid of the slab. So we don't know who's friends anymore. Oh well, it's gone forever. The world will never know. Oh wait, they had bodies. We're out of coffins. I've been making slabs when I need coffins. Oopsie, I look a fool.
Oh, it's completed. I've made an amazing artifact.
All right. Grogrin has made the Fated Arch, a perfect crystal opal. Worth 48,000 dwarf bucks and weighs less than 1 pound. This is a perfect crystal opal. All craft storesmanship is of the highest quality. The object menaces with spikes of crystal opal. So let it be known that the perfect crystal opal has spikes. Duh. If you didn't know that, then you didn't know what a perfect crystal opal was. Because apparently this has been known far and wide. I'm super excited for the Steam version, so I might be able to play this game finally. If I expel a dwarf, how far down does the family lineage does the order go? I know spouses leave, but kids, relatives, that one I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Pablo Rasta. Every time I try to do the expel system, my luck has it glitch out a bit. In that they don't ever leave so much as they immediately start fighting everyone, causing a civil war. So I haven't done it too much to fully know how many people are in the civil war. I just know half the time I do an expel, particularly if someone's throwing a temper tantrum, that immediately a quarter of my base is going to die. Perfect throwing weapon. Dwarf Fortress Civil War. All right, now what I'm going to do is, we're getting in on the end of this. I'm going to pause everything again for redemptions. Yeah, and that Dwarf Fortress pet thing wasn't ever a right one either. I've got to fix some of these requests. We had a medium quality room that I never quite finished. So, Mr. Man, I'm gonna take a picture of this. I'm not gonna be able to get that done today.
Sarah, baby's been
And I don't know if it will keep it between things. I'm gonna take a picture. The off chance it doesn't keep track of that, I'm gonna close that. Probably depends on how many people actually like. No. There's a There's a loyalty cascade that isn't a loyalty cascade. It happens more often than not on my basis. It's really annoying. What it is that dwarf will then be set essentially as an enemy, but the person was already in a bad mood. So if they're in a bad mood and it now, or at least not on your base, they'll take their aggressions and treat your dwarves as enemies. So they'll hit a dwarf, right? So they hit a dwarf, and the dwarf they hit's like, oh, hey, don't do that. So them or another dwarf nearby will be like, you can't hit my friend. But now the problem is that dwarf that you have expelled is no longer of your base, but they are still of your civilization. So any dwarf that sees those dwarves hit the expelled dwarf will go, hey, look, those dwarves are attacking dwarves of my civilization. They're evil. So all those guys now end up on a side of the combat where the first dwarves that were defending themselves from the expelled dwarf must now be evil. So they will hit you, or they will hit those dwarves. Some other dwarf sees that combat, they side against the dwarves siding against the dwarf who was expelled. So all your dwarves end up in like two things. They just start fighting each other. If you get lucky, only a few of them will actually swing. What you'll end up with is a situation where you'll have a couple of groups of 2 or 3 dwarves who are deathly afraid of each other, and they'll not eat or drink. So they'll try to go to the tavern, see each other, and run away in fear because they're at war and no one else is. So they'll keep running back and forth until they just die of dehydration, if you're lucky. What'll happen is the dwarves who view themselves, the second group of dwarves will be the ones to die off, because they will run from the first group of dwarves and any regular dwarf, because they'll be like, oh, that civilization's bad. But the other group of dwarves won't, because they're only working against the bug state of the dwarves, so they won't respond to regular dwarves. So eventually they will be able to get in because they're not running away from every dwarf. They'll be able to get drinks and stuff like that, but it's a real pain. It's I want to say like the 3rd or 4th most common thing to kill dwarves in my bases. But I see that we are nearing the end of this hour. So for those of you who watch the archive on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. Everyone have a good night and a great weekend.